Russell Westbrook to Europe? Top EuroLeague destinations that would have made sense for now. Russell Westbrook's focus remains on finding his next NBA opportunity, but as we've seen before, plans can change quickly in this business. And if they ever do, a few EuroLeague destinations could offer him something the NBA no longer can. 10 minutes after I published this story, the news broke out that Russell Westbrook has a new team. Up until then, it was just a week before the NBA season tipped off, and one of the league's most electrifying players was still without a team, a contract, or even a roster spot. At that time, it was a shocking sight for someone of his stature, a former MVP who's earned over $345 million and once turned triple-doubles into a nightly routine. Reports of big money offers from China have sparked a fascinating question. What if one of the most explosive guards of his generation took his game overseas? Maybe even to the EuroLeague? It would have been a move that could have shaken the entire basketball landscape. The 36-year-old opted out of his deal with the Denver Nuggets this summer after realizing, according to Danny Green, that his role in the rotation would be minimal. That's why overseas interest wasn't surprising, especially from China, where at least one team has reportedly offered nearly 4 times more than the Kings could on a veteran minimum deal. So, my natural question was, if China's calling, why not Europe? Could EuroLeague afford Westbrook? Several EuroLeague powerhouses now operate with player and coaching budgets of nearly $25 million, and many have kept expanding through splashy signings and deeper payrolls last offseason. Europe's top clubs offer something different: joy, championships to chase, and a basketball culture that values grit, IQ, and emotion as much as talent. Just ask Kendrick Nunn, now making over $5 million a year at Panathinaikos after winning last season's EuroLeague MVP. It's living proof that Europe can deliver elite basketball and serious paychecks at the same time. EuroLeague's interest in Westbrook. Some people around European basketball circles believe Hapoel Tel Aviv quietly checked in on Russell Westbrook, though the club's GM, George Hines, publicly denied any such interest. Still, Basket News sources confirmed there were early season inquiries about Westbrook's status from within the EuroLeague. His response? Short and clear. He's not considering Europe, sources say. As Mark Stein also reported in the Stein line, Westbrook's camp remains focused on finding his next NBA opportunity, even if that means waiting until after the 2025-26 regular season tips off on October 21st. But things in basketball change fast. Just last year, Lonnie Walker foresaid the same before unexpectedly joining Zalgiris Kaunas weeks into the season. So, if Westbrook had decided to flip that switch, what would his European options have looked like? The price of Russell Westbrook. Several EuroLeague teams are quietly searching for a point guard. Any pursuit of Russell Westbrook, though, would come with a massive financial tag, one only a few clubs could even consider. Yet money might not be the real issue here. After all, Westbrook has already made hundreds of millions through NBA contracts and endorsements. The challenge might be everything that comes with him. Throughout his career lately, Westbrook has operated with a personal entourage, a bodyguard, chef, and trainer. Any European team signing him would need to recreate that level of comfort, and that's before even talking logistics. Would Westbrook really sign up for commercial flights, long bus rides across Spain or France, or mid-tier hotels in smaller cities? Unless he's genuinely curious about soaking in European experience, it's quite hard to imagine. Because bringing in a player of Westbrook's stature isn't just about salary. It's about building an ecosystem around him. Could Westbrook fit in Europe? There's also the basketball side of the equation. There's no questioning Russell Westbrook's greatness. His resume speaks for itself. A former NBA MVP, one of the most explosive guards of his generation, and a player whose energy alone could electrify any EuroLeague arena. On pure talent, there's little doubt he could dominate stretches of European basketball. Sure, the smaller court, tighter spacing, and more tactical defenses would limit some of his trademark transition dominance. There's simply less room to run, fewer fast breaks, and more emphasis on three-point shooting, an area where his 30% career average might get tested. But his physicality, explosiveness, and pick-and-roll skill set could still translate at an elite level. Add in his defensive tools and competitiveness, and Westbrook would instantly become one of the most intriguing and impactful players the EuroLeague has seen in a while. Everyone but Jokic misunderstood Westbrook as EuroLeague ready for Westbrook, but that's exactly where things get complicated. Most EuroLeague powerhouses are already built around well-defined cores, stars, systems, hierarchies, and chemistry that have taken months or years to form. Bringing in Westbrook would mean introducing a superstar presence whose fit, motivation, and commitment to the European grind remain total unknowns. Would he fully buy into a structured, tactical league after years of freedom in the NBA? Would he stay the course through the travel, the pressure, and the grind, or follow the Patrick Beverley route, where the novelty wears off fast? For many clubs, it's not about doubting Westbrook's ability. It's about protecting what they've already built. And until there's clarity on what version of Westbrook Europe would get, few teams are willing to roll those dice. EuroLeague teams that could sign Russell Westbrook. If Russell Westbrook ever reconsiders Europe, here's what the potential map could look like. Panathinaikos owner Dimitris Giannakopoulos has never been shy about dreaming big, particularly about Nikola Jokic in a green jersey one day. But landing Russell Westbrook would be a personal milestone even for him, especially with the EuroLeague final set to take place at OAK next spring. Still, the fit is tricky. Panathinaikos already boasts Kendrick Nunn, who perfectly fits with Jerian Grant. Plus, Greek legend Kostas Lukas and last year's MVP finalist, TJ Shorts, who's still finding his place. Adding Westbrook on top of that would be a bold move, even by Giannakopoulos standards. Olympiakos Piraeus. Across the city, Olympiakos faces a different kind of question. All summer, the conversation centered around whether they have enough individual shot creators to complement Evan Fournier and avoid the same clutch time struggles that cost them at the Final Four. Could Russell Westbrook be the missing piece, the one who finally gives them that go-to-scoring punch in the biggest moments? Real Madrid, always testing the waters with NBA-caliber scorers, missed out on Lonnie Walker IV and Jordan Lloyd earlier in the summer and autumn. But with Campazzo, Maledon, and Feliz already running the point, Madrid doesn't need another floor general, as they need a scoring guard who can play next to Campazzo, attack off the dribble, and hit big shots when the offense stalls. Monaco. Never afraid to take a swing. They already brought in Kemba Walker in the 2023-24 season, even knowing it might test team chemistry with Mike James. But doing it again now, with a core that just reached the EuroLeague final and added Nikola Mirotic on top? That's a far bigger gamble.